Everybody ready? Good, because we're not yet. I did want to take a moment just to introduce our judges.
Hi, Psychotic Smiley. I'm doing this several years now. I'm very excited to be here and looking forward to how awesome all of you are.
Hi, I'm Lily. I'm Bo from Critical Role, and yeah, that's it.
Finally, I am arrived at MAGFest. I am Beowulf, and I'm going to have opinions about people in costumes. My name is also Matt. I'm a computer science tutor at a community college, and I'm from Los Angeles. Thank you.
Very nice, very nice.
Everything about that sentence was wrong. This is not going to turn out the way you think. Hi, I'm Tom Jewell.
Hi, I have no voice. So my name's Barbara Jewell. I've been cosplaying since 1980. My first cosplay was Leela from Doctor Who, and I've actually gotten younger. Now I'm playing Ray.
Let's have one more round of applause for our wonderful judges. Awesome. All right. I think we are now. Caleb, are we ready?
Are we ready backstage? It looks like we are.
Awesome. Let's bring the first contestant. I'll let you have him.
All right. With that, we are going to have contestant number 1 come on stage. She looks like a lovely young lady, and she is wearing very much armor that looks interesting. And I think that's one of those things we've seen.
Yeah.
They are firearms. Yes.
I just got back from back in time, everyone. Beating bad guys and everything. And don't forget, nothing beats science.
Hooray, science. Very nice, very nice. Why don't you go ahead and take number 2?
Ooh, this one looks like a lot of fun. Wait till you see this. It's really cute, guys. Wait.
Oh, we need to
Ba-da,
help. We should
ba-da,
help. We should help.
Ba-da, 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 ba-da. Ah!
I miss Frumpkin.
Oh, I miss Frumpkin too.
This looks to be some sort of creature from the abyss, but you don't care because it's so cute. Why wouldn't you hug it?
I accept him as my overlord. Don't tell the traveler.
Oh.
Let's hear it for Cthulhu.
Back the way you came. And now Cthulhu will retreat back into the sea for 1,000 years until his name is chanted. Or maybe until we have him back up for the fight. Who knows? Well, then cheer very loud when he comes on stage. I believe our next contestant needs no introduction. It is the greatest superhero of our time.
Would you like the microphone?
Hello. As you know, I'm here to defend you all. But I will be writing all of this down in my journal when I get home. So just be careful. Memorize, you know. And just a note, in true fashion, I actually just owned everything I'm wearing anyways and threw it together as a costume. So true quill fashion. Thank you.
Those make the best costumes.
Not only heroic, but also spendthrift.
Oh, wow, look at this. It's really cool. He's almost as tough as me.
Hi. Hello. What do you want to do? I just talk to people? Okay. I'm usually really bad at this, and I was trying to come up with something clever to say, but I just wanted to ask if y'all join me in a song real quick. So if you know it, sing along. Say, country roads, take me home to the place where I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take. Server disconnected.
That was awesome.
Oh, next on stage we have a young adventurer with a sword, and he looks like he has a little friend.
Yeah, hi, oh yeah. Mr. Hero says his name is Link, and he wants you to have a great MAGFest, and make sure you don't step on any cuckoos. Yeah.
Very nice. Very wonderful costume and a very cute little friend. I like cute little friends.
I was going to do my best Navi impersonation. I was just like, I'll save that for later.
That's probably a good idea. Can I introduce this next one?
Yeah.
Because I believe I know what it is from, and it is very near and dear to me. This would be the character from Final Fantasy VI, yeah? And it is Celis from the opera scene.
Thank you all so very much. It's wonderful to see you here at MAGFest. You're all my heroes, close to me now.
We got a song, we got a dance. What kind of show's just getting started? Wow.
We got some pixel bouquets thrown, and then they disappeared.
Wow, guys. All right, let's have the next contestant.
Hello, everyone. My name is Portia. I am the handmaiden for Countess Nadia. And if anybody sees my brother Ilya at the bar, can you tell him I'm going to kick his ass?
Can I kick his ass?
You can, you're very strong.
Yes. We can all. Now here comes a really cute little couple I like a lot.
Hi, MAGFest. We're very happy to be here.
Wunderbar.
Make sure you follow the ladybug.
Let's give it up for Ladybug and Cat Noir. Cat Noir. Chat. I can never pronounce it right.
This guy looks a little bit like you. You want to
I
talk
have no
to him?
idea who this next person is.
I don't know. There's probably a lot of them, though.
Looks like maybe he's a doctor. I don't know.
Yes, hello, I'm the doctor. People assume that time is a strict...
Oh, that's the spell I needed. Can I borrow this?
Sure.
Wonderful. Okay.
It's ours.
No,
People assume that time is a strict progression of cause to effect, but from a non-linear, non-subjective viewpoint, it more is a big ball of wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey stuff.
that was very profound.
Thank you, Doctor. What was your name again? The Doctor? But Doctor what? I messed it up.
No.
Oh, this is really cool, you guys.
That seems to be some sort of plant monster. Whoa.
I bet you're all wondering where I got this weird and unusual plant. Well, you all remember the total eclipse of the sun a couple months ago in August? Yeah. Well, I was walking through the flower store yesterday, and it just appeared. I don't know where. I beg your pardon? Well, I guess I better go feed this thing before something really bad happens.
That's so cool. Look at that. I want to tickle it just a little. Yeah. Oh, it bites.
I certainly hope it's vegetarian. Maybe that would be like cannibalism, though.
No. All right. So next contestant, she needs a little bit of help, I think. It's so cool, though. Yes.
I came to this side too soon.
Yeah, you have like 12 hit points. You shouldn't even be over here. You want to talk in the mic? What a rousing speech! That's so cool.
I didn't take comprehend languages today. I have no idea what they said.
I have to say, like, I've been doing this for like 6, 7 years now.
A long time.
Yeah, I've been cosplaying since I was like 14. It was in the 90s. I'm old. But my point, before I ramble, is that every single year I am blown away by all the things that come on the stage. It's amazing. So without further ado, so I completely killed the tone, didn't I?
Now this is a lovely example. I believe this is Ruby Rose from the show Ruby.
I'm Ruby Rose, and this is Crescent Rose. Usually when I'm in front of a lot of people, it's grim. And usually Crescent Rose does most of the talking, but if you guys see a crater in the middle of the courtyard, it's not because I blew up Weissschnee's dust. Just saying. So, thank you guys.
Here for Ruby. It's so cool.
Let's hear it for Ruby Rose. Next up, it looks like we have some kind of musician, I assume. Maybe they will play a song for us. Did you want to have the guitar?
Whichever works. Haruko here, 19 years old and splendiferous housemaid. Although I am actually a secret space cadet, first class. Yeah! Woo! Have fun, MAGFest, everybody!
That's so cool.
She was pretty cool.
She was really cool, you guys. Almost as cool as the Traveler.
It's okay, I lost a horn earlier. It's a mess.
Hello. I'm Sarah, but some of you might know me as just a friend. No one tell Inky that I'm here, because I snuck away with a bit of gold to come here, so...
Your secret is safe with all of us.
Say it for Sarah! I want to sing the song, but I don't know the words well enough. I'll mess it up. Let's bring this cool guy on stage.
And look at this nice man. I bet you he is a carpenter or something.
Hail, MAGFest!
Hail.
I can't tell you who I work for. I rush in, and dogs should be on the moon!
That's awesome.
Chester, why don't you come over here?
Yes, I will come over
And
there.
then they can come to the center of the stage with us.
Okay.
Let's have the next contestant up. I believe that is either the thing being held or the person holding it. Wait, be careful on the steps.
Whoa.
There's a bad step, yes. Okay.
Whoa, look at that.
Come on, come on. Is that playing music?
Hey, what's up, everybody? So, I'm Cardian, and this is some Zinogre armor from Monster Hunter. We got any Monster Hunter fans out there? That's right. Bring it to world, right? Bring it to world. Sweet. Thanks, guys.
Absolutely. Thank you. Chester, you should have a weapon that plays when you do things.
Oh, I know. I need a weapon that plays music. Use it for sneaking. They'll never see it coming. They'll hear it, though. That's so cool. You guys. Like, after the show, if you can look at that up close, it's amazing.
We have another very impressive build, I believe, coming up next. Let's go ahead and give them a big round of applause as they come up. Watch your step, please. Thank you.
Look at that.
Oh, are you a Pokemon?
I am a Dragonair Valkyrie from Pokemon. Yes.
I love your costume. Thank you so much. Everyone, let's give a big round of applause for the Dragonair Valkyrie.
She's like my favorite color, too.
Your favorite color?
Me.
It's your color.
Me. That's my favorite color.
Wonderful. It's all right. I like red. Okay. I hear you. Have a wonderful time. Thank you so much for coming on. You can have this one.
I can have it. Okay. Come on up stage. There you go.
Hey, hey, hey! How's it going, MAGFest? Long time no see! Really? No woos? Sonic's, no, none. Sonic's still cool, right? No?
Yeah.
Well.
Maybe.
Is it? Nah, it's not cool.
And he ran away. Oh, here we go next.
Uh-oh. It's coming with weapons.
After you.
Hey there, MAGFest. I'm Tabby. You may know me from the popular show ContraPoints. It's more popular than the most popular channel about ants on YouTube. And not to get too political or anything, but I like to beat the shit out of Nazis. Yeah. Smash the fash.
Thank you. That's really cool hair.
Oh, next up we have a very lovely gown. Let's all take a look.
Look at that.
Would you like this?
Hello, MAGFest. For 1,000 years I've slumbered to finally reawaken. I, the Shadow Queen, have arrived. And Mari... Sorry, I still haven't quite controlled this vessel yet.
That was a very lovely but dangerous woman.
Is it my turn?
Yes, it's your turn.
Hello. You look very cool.
So I just woke up in a field somewhere around here, but apparently this is MAGFest. So I don't think I'll win this competition, but I think that I might be able to tip the scales in my favor.
I got that reference.
I did not.
Have you never played those games?
No.
You need to play those games.
What game is this?
Fire Emblem.
Fire Emblem. Oh.
Ah.
Wonderful.
They're hard. People die. I never finish them because all my people die.
Strategy game to make I'm not as big on the making babies parts of that. Whoa.
Name's Susie! And if any of you can think you weasel your way away from me, you're wrong!
Trade me. Trade me. Yes, I keep on. I have the axe.
Madam, you lost a thing. Here you go. You're welcome.
All right.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh, I just realized what's on your belly. It's got a mouth.
Oh.
Oh, an adoring crowd. Good. I have another kingdom to rule over. Well, you're too brighter than the last ones, but I think I can work with you guys. Yeah.
Bravo, bravo.
I am the king of chaos, or you can call me Spade. Your choice.
Does it bite?
Yes, it does.
I will keep my hands to myself.
All hail our new benevolent ruler. This is cute. This is cute, so you should introduce it because
yeah,
you're
of course
cute.
I should. Yeah, it's really cute. I haven't played this game, but I love the characters. It's really cool.
Oh dear, I was left alone again. Well, I'm Prince Ralsei from the Fun Gang, and with the power of the Delta Rune, we are going to restore balance and save the world, maybe.
Yay!
Okay.
Keep an eye out because I think he'd be attracted to all the cosplayers. Don't make an announcement. Just keep an eyeball out and call security if you see somebody. They're going to be really short. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, a little bit of emergency. We're doing okay. Oh my gosh! I'm announcing this one because I play her.
All right, you just keep announcing everyone then.
Look how cool you are. Can I hold your gun? Thank you.
Hi, everyone! I hope we're all having such a great time. Well. Oh no, I knew this was gonna happen.
Teenage boys in this audience.
Look at that. There's a very caring
Come on,
father
Daddy,
today.
I'm just having fun.
He's.
No, there are too many teenage boys here.
So what? Look how cute I am.
Parlay those phones to camera, please.
Oh, come on, you're no fun.
Remember, boys, I have you in my sights.
Oh no. Oh no.
Where's that sweater I gave you?
I may have sort of lost it.
What am I going to do with you?
I don't know, let me have my own fun.
Why don't you have your own fun in appropriate clothing?
But that's no fun. I mean, look at this. But look how cute I am. What do you guys think? Think I should go change or think I should stay and be cute? See, look, everyone agrees.
It cares what I think, not what they think.
Oh, you're no fun. No fun at all. Well, bye-bye, guys.
Personally, I think all clothing choices should be based off the weather. I have made a mistake.
I need healing. I need healing. I need healing. I got booted out of the chat.
Attention Fortnite gamers, I am the Fallout Wizard, and this is...
Sir, a demonstration, if you will.
A demonstration, indeed. Tab aggressively this way. A settlement needs our assistance. Yeet!
This is why I do this. Do you want the next one?
Sure, I will take the next one. Please come up, sir. Oh, very professional looking.
I'm Bob, and after I'm done here, I'll be going to Tekken and win the King of the Iron Fist tournament using speed and weight!
Thank you very much.
I'm terrible with that character.
Which game is this one from?
It's Tekken? Tekken, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Boy for martial arts. The perfect one.
I like how he doesn't even need a microphone.
Here's another cute set. You can have it. I like you.
Look how cute it is.
I'm sorry, but this doesn't seem to look like Wonderland. Has anyone seen my white rabbit? Mr. Rabbit!
I'm right here.
Oh, Mr. Rabbit, it's so good to see you. I was terribly sorry. She must always be late. What were you doing?
I'm not late. I promise. I'm on time.
Are you sure about that?
It won't open.
It seems we're looking for Dinah a tad too long.
I don't think she's here.
You know, has anyone seen Dinah?
This doesn't look like Wonderland at all.
She's always mischievous. She's always running off from me. Oh, I'm terribly sorry, but I am Alice. It's lovely to meet you. You have Dinah? Oh my goodness, she's even black.
Thank God we found her.
How very rude of me. I should be inviting you to tea time. It's right about now. Are you ready? All right, let's go.
Bye, Jester. I will miss you. You have a great day. I guess that means this is up to me. We have another contestant coming on the stage. They will look very nice.
Hello? My name is Kylo Ren, and it is not Ben Solo. I'm looking for a droid, a BB unit. It's holding a part of a map to Luke Scott. Did you come here to redeem me? To save my soul? No, I came here to upstage you. Ah!
I feel like if you know one of the contestants, you have a bias. Either way, we have another. Laser tag. We have another person coming up on stage. Oh, this person looks very dark and broody.
I'm back. It was delicious.
Did you have a good time?
I did.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Strong silent type. Very nice, very nice.
It's so cool.
We have
I
a
like
few
your
praisers in the back, I believe.
Caleb, you could use a shave.
What? But no.
And a bath. He smells really bad.
I smell exactly how I should smell.
Do you want to introduce this one?
I will introduce this one. This lady is coming up with a very lovely cloak. And oh, please be watching your step.
Hello, everyone. I'm feeling a little nervous, so I'm going to try and center my emotions. If you will all join me.
Metreon, Zinthos. Azarath, Metreon, Zinthos.
Azarath,
Metreon, Zinthos. Somewhere in the Gaylord, just a black hole opened up.
Jester, I believe I read a book with that in it somewhere.
All right. What do we have next? Oh, this is really cool. Watch your step. Look how pretty this is.
Whoa. We have a chair.
She got the chair? Is that for me? No.
Okay, everybody knows what Teen Titans is? What about Teen Titans Go? All right. Well, Robin teaches us one very important thing. The most important thing about being a superhero is the pose. I'm gonna show you all how to do it, all right? Knees up at 90-degree angle. Shoulders back. Hands on your hips if you're feeling sassy. And always, always face towards the wind so you get some of that good cape action.
She would make a great wrestler. She got pose. She'd make a great wrestler.
Thank you very much for showing us that. Perhaps I should...
I feel super now. I think I know who this guy is.
Well, the one has a very nice hair color.
He's got the haversack too.
Ah.
What are you buying?
That's so cool.
Leon! Leon!
What
Help,
do you
Leon! Save me, Leon!
That's why you have to beat the game, and then you get the armor, and then they can't pick her up anymore.
That's true.
Look, if you haven't played it by now, oh gosh, hello.
What's up, badasses? I'm Torque, and I'm here to ask you one question, and one question only. Explosions!
I'm a big fan.
I make the shit that makes the shit you don't like blow the fuck up. You're welcome!
He's very sharp.
I'm a fairly large fan of explosions.
Yes, what do we... This is one of my favorite games ever. If you guys don't know this, I'm sad for you.
Hello, I am Radiant of Mist. All you old school gamers will know me. I'm from Final Fantasy 4 or 2, depending on where you're from. I am currently hiding from the Prince of Elban. He's not here, is he? I got a summon.
I love cosplayers.
Next up, we have a person from an agency. It looks like they're very fashionable and mean to do everything that they do.
Nice crowd. I've seen bigger, but, you know, I've been on TV. What? I'm supposed to introduce myself? You're kidding, right? These guys knows who I am, right? You know who I am. I'm Taco from Sizzle It Up with Taco, the plainer famous cooking show. You also might know me from that time that I saved literally all of the planes for that. And then we like stabbed it. I'm like, no, I actually took my staff and then went. Are you guys getting into this?
Stop selling it out.
Damn space fish! I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. I love you.
You're making a mess.
That was Taco from TV.
I know what this is. Pretty cool.
Well, are you going to ask me?
Where are your ears?
What are you looking for?
It's my time of the month. I told Kagome to stay here, but did she? No. Why did I bother? I might as well talk to Shippo.
The little fox thing is so cute. Yeah. Yeah.
He's a football. You know what? I don't have time for this. I gotta go find Kagome. I think she's eating Pocky or something again.
When it's my time of the month, I just turn into a dragon. Next up, you want to introduce?
Next up is our queen, obviously.
I think I saw her on the internet.
Hi, everyone. I'm your favorite Bowsette. Thank you. You know, it's 2019, and this is a year of progress, and I think we can all understand that this is the opportune moment for me to officially come out as trans, obviously. And, you know, no matter what Nintendo says, I am legitimate, I am real, I'm here right now. I don't care if they say that Toadette's the only one to wear the super crown. It's on my head right now, isn't it, right? Right? Yeah, I'm rocking it. So, I mean, you know, I'm just gonna be me. I'm gonna be fabulous. This is my year. This is it.
Boom. Thank you. That's so pretty.
Next up is yours.
Go, go, Power Rangers. You're my team off and Power Rangers. I can't sing.
Do you guys know what time it is?
It's like my entire, 10-year, 11-year-old me, just all of it right there.
That seems fair.
So next up, watch that step, is a very, very familiar face.
If you've been here before,
Yeah.
you know who this is.
I hate Waldo.
Beautiful demonstration every year. Oh, do you know who this one is, Chester? He's an adventurer like us.
Yes, yes. He looks really cool.
I am Orkbog the Goblin Slayer, and I'm not here for your games. I'm here to kill goblins and enjoy MAGFest. And I'm all out of goblins. Let's give it up for MAGFest!
That looks so. Is that metal? It's all metal. It's heavy metal.
Next up is one that I believe our psychotic Smiley will enjoy very much, as I have seen him
Look
never
at
stop
this.
playing this game sometimes. He's no Parker. Give it up for the Dead Cells protagonist.
Oh. Healing. Like heal with my toe.
I don't know what it is, but do it.
Healing. He's fine. That's so cool.
I don't know that the protagonist even has a name. It's just from Dead Cells, yes? Oh, okay. From Dead Cells.
Next up, I wasted so many quarters on this game. I wasn't good at it either.
My name is Taizo Hori, but my friends call me Doug. Dig Doug. And I got one question, MAGFest. Can you dig it?
You made a wrestling reference. It was good.
I'm happy for you.
Watch that. Oh.
I am the Grand Midwife. I am the Grand Priestess. I am the Grand Funeral Director. I am the Grand Lunch Lady. And of course, I am the Grand Butterfly Curator. I will be available all day today for Smizmaru ceremonies. And of course, any funerals if you don't drink enough water. Thank you all very much.
You know, you can stay here if you want. I hear you don't have anywhere to go.
I'm blue. If I were green, I would die. If I were green. That song's been in my head like all weekend. This is so pretty.
Thank you, Jester. Hello, MAGFest. Can we do a call and response? It's very simple. When I say shiny, you repeat after me. Ready? Minasan, shiny!
Shiny.
And lock on! I'm Mario O'Hara from Love Live Sunshine. Thank you very much.
So pretty.
I believe that is one of those living love.
I want to be an idol one day. It's another brooding character.
No, that won't be necessary. Hello, MAGFest. My name is Kylo Ren, and I've gotten a little bit better at internalizing my anger since you may have last seen me. Speaking with my friend Matt, the radar technician, has really helped a lot. Although I may need a word with these two later.
That like end scene where he's just screaming at Hux, he's being a jerk.
Next up we have someone who is dressed very fancy with a nice hood. And now I don't know where they went. What?
My name is Ezio Auditore de Firenze. I am here to avenge my father and get 2 extra games in my franchise. Now, I would love to act out this character, but I don't see anyone I can stab. Except for you. Thank you.
Thank you, that looks so cool. All right. Next up, her hand is really cool.
Oh, I know this one. We have a exorcist, I believe.
This is Tim Campy, the lovely Tim Campy. He has beautiful feathers, his beautiful teeth, and gracious smile. Oh, and this poor schlop is Alan Walker from De Grey Man, aka Sleights of Hand. Now, he can't really talk because, alas, he is a hobo. And this very, very sad hobo is penniless. But he is great at paying off debts, and he wanted me to tell all of you, drinks on him!
Yay!
I did not endorse this message.
Don't be so catty.
That was Alan from De Grey Man and Link from the Link games.
All right, I'm going to do the next one because she's cute. Come on up. I'm glad you left the restaurant.
How's it going? I'm Louise from Bob's Burgers, which, if you don't know, is the restaurant that my dad runs for me. Yeah. So you may be wondering what this kid is doing here amongst all these schoolgirls and like evil people and assassins. Well, if you knew me at all, you'd know I'm all of those. So I belong here, really.
Well,
jeez, Louise.
That's what you came up with, Jester? Watch your step, please.
Watch that step. It's got like a, to bring a, yeah.
Hey, MAGFest. I'm the battleship guy from Zelda the Wind Waker. We can play a game if you want. Oh! Try hit a shot over there. Sploosh. Try a shot over there. Kaboom! Yeah, 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 yeah.
I love that literally anything will happen. Literally. Okay. Oh, you want that one?
You seem really into it. Go ahead.
No, I love it. Yes, Avatar. I love it so much. Watch that. Oh, this is so cool.
Thank you for hosting this competition in my honor. Because I am a most gracious Fire Lord, I will allow you to proclaim me the winner of this competition, and no one will have to burn. You wouldn't want anything to happen to your precious audience, would you? No. Thank you.
Thank you, Princess.
There was a lot of fire. I'm sorry.
Where am I? Hold on, I gotta write this down. I was given a map, but I can't remember anything. Whew. All right, just gonna go kill some bugs. Where do I go now?
Very nice, very nice.
I love it. He's a little horny. Oh, I know it gets worse. I'm here all weekend.
Next up, we have a very colorfully dressed individual.
Hello, folks. I'm Baron Von Doom from a new and upcoming mobile game called Frag. Y'all should check it out if you haven't. But just like the game, this is my first cosplay, and my costume skills are still in the beta phase.
I have to say it.
Hooray for people trying new things and doing the things that they want and going up on stage in front of everyone else to have them applaud them. Wonderful.
It's scary up here. And hot.
It's also warm.
Whoa. Whoa. Oh God, there's one behind me. Hugs.
Now kiss. Chester, did I do it right?
The one scared me. Is that it?
Do we have any?
That was it!
That is our list of contestants, everyone.
So, wowie, everybody looked amazing. You guys have a really hard job to do.
Yeah,
So
I'm
now-
glad I'm not you.
So you guys, if you would like to walk backstage, take a little bit of time to deliberate. Don't worry, stay still. I've got more things in store. There is a second half of the contest. And before all that, we have a little bit of a halftime show. And we also have a craftsmanship judging. There's some awards they want to give out. Yes?
Yeah, let's hear it for awards.
All right, Caleb, help me move these back really quick.
okay.
Sorry, this part's awkward.
Oh, yes. Let Bo and the other person go first. Ooh. Hold on.
Can you put me, there we go. All right, everyone, we've got a bit of a halftime show. I'd like to keep your attention on stage. Music's about to start. Something really cool's gonna happen.
Over there, got it.
Once you
Watch a step.
And the show's not even over. All right, I'd like to introduce a few special people. While everything was happening up on stage, I had 3 very, very hardworking judges backstage. So we do 2 competitions. We do a stage show and we do a craftsmanship for anyone who wants to enter that. So they're completely separate. You can win both, actually, if you're really, really good. Yeah, big money. So I want to bring up my craftsmanship judges, if you'd like to come up on stage. They have the hardest job. Like, the amount of detail and work goes into these costumes, it's incredible. And they'll tell you more.
That first step is really a doozy.
That first step is the doozy.
I am actually very surprised that people left. The best part of the show hasn't even happened yet. We're just halftime. This is nothing. Thank you so much to everybody who stayed for the best part of the contest, which is up here on stage very, very shortly, as soon as the other judges get back here. But what we're going to do now is everybody who you saw across the stage had the opportunity to get judged for craftsmanship. So if they made their costume, we judged it in the space of about 1.5 minutes, because there's a lot of people.
Very hard.
Very hard. So it's more like speed dating for cosplayers. So we have some amazing, amazing, amazing costumes. Really innovative stuff. Really, really, really neat things. So we have a few awards to give out. That does not mean that your costume wasn't good. It just means that we have a very small amount of awards. Maybe next year we should probably get some more cosplay awards. So we are going to start with a very, very cool costume.
Yes. I love anything dealing with gore and blood.
Yeah, so
Miss Emily Gilkey, who is the keeper from The Evil Within. Excellent, excellent props.
The amount of weathering and painting, and she made the apron herself, and like the head, which is very not pyramid head, it's very box head actually. But like all of the barbed wire is actually electrical wire, and it's very con safe. It's really, really neat. Very, very cool costume overall.
Okay. Nobody died in that either.
It's always nice to see people who not only present a very clean exterior of the costume, but have a really nice, sharp interior finish. So this is presented to Zalora, who is Haruko from Furikuri.
And she modded the hell out of that guitar to make it look more like a real Rickenbacker, and it actually plays. And she didn't use any patterns. She hand drafted all the patterns herself. Like, it's very, very impressive.
And she plays the guitar too. Lefty.
I want to give this one. This one is like staring into the depth of hell. It's really cool. I know that sounds really weird, but it's like you could just stare at his eye for hours and hours and hours and hours. So this one goes to Blobspierre from Dead Cells. It's mesmerizing. I don't know. He's coming, thank God. It's also incredibly rare to find men who sew. So men, please, take up sewing. Women love it. But like, if you haven't had a chance to see it, ask him to take the head off. It's got a cardboard base that sits on his head, and it's completely covered in polyfill batting that he airbrushed to make the clouds, and it's all stuck together with like spray adhesive. It's really, really cool. Very cool. The girl who can't talk. The claws.
Yeah, this one is great.
It's always fun to see wonderful little elements. Apparently, I can talk to anybody who loves props. I'm with you there. This is presented to Slates of Hand Cosplay for Alan Walker, D. Grayman. Wonderful props, wonderful claws, and a wonderful, just overall aesthetic. We enjoyed this costume greatly.
She also made this, he Sleights of Hand made this for Otakon this past year, and actually did a whole lot more work on it, and is working on making like a full under uniform. So right now it's modded, but we're definitely working on making the complete project. But just an absolutely fantastic costume, very, very clean and well made.
Yes, yes. I want to do this one because this is like old school. This is, yeah. Little Shop of Horrors.
It's a puppet. Seymour is a puppet. Like, she actually has her hand inside, and she can manipulate his mouth and everything and make him talk. It was just
Fire Lily didn't know
so
it would
cool.
move.
No,
It was
she
funny.
surprised me. I was like, what? Oh my God. Oh, look at that. They're friends.
A date later?
Oh.
I said you'll have a date later.
I love tentacles. Samantha Benya, the plushie Cthulhu.
So it should also be noted that little plushie Cthulhu, this is her first full mascot costume, and she had not a lot of knowledge about like fans or ways to keep cool, because those things can get very, very, very warm on the inside. But she used buckram as a base and 1.5-inch thick foam that keeps its shape very, very well. But she's so huggable. It's
She's
very
squishable.
cute. But it was a very, very good job.
Okay, next one. How about Fallout 4? Raider.
Yes, Raider.
Cody.
This costume, if you get a chance to look at it up close, he's like one of the guys or gals who makes Ghostbuster costumes. It's never finished. He's constantly adding on, adding more, making it more accurate, like weathering more, like all of the guns and the props, and he did all the leather himself. Like, it's a gorgeous costume. And if you get a chance, I would really highly look at his armor on the arm. Like, all the welding that you see, like, it's hot glue. It's hot glue. And it makes it look like it's actual metal. Like, I'm so impressed.
I was impressed with the scale tattoos.
Top three. So we had 3 very special awards for our top 3, and they actually get trophies and money. Yes, you get money.
Everyone that has come up on stage has gotten, if you guys have seen them, they're these little things you put on your badge. They're called M points. They're money that goes in the marketplace. So everyone that has been on stage got one, and then as you win, you get more and more, and like there's these really, really cool 21s, and I'm just rambling, so I'll give it back.
We love you.
He's good at that. You like to ramble. Yeah. So these 2 people didn't enter together, but we couldn't split them up.
Because they worked on each other's costumes.
And they just looked absolutely amazing. And we were really impressed with the amount of skill that they put into it, and like the sheer
hidden compartments,
and like the.
And this is the first time that they've worked with a wood burning tool. So.
Yes. So
I learned something.
This goes to David and Allie for their Zinogre and Dragonair Valkyrie.
It opens up.
And his axe can play. His axe can play music. It's really cool.
And the axe doubles as a storage unit.
Yes. Like everything about these costumes were amazing.
It tells the time. Dance party.
It was so good.
Very good.
So much.
We were impressed.
This is the metal guy.
Yeah.
Oh, I get to do this one. This one, I was so impressed. I've done some SCA stuff, and I've done armor, but Goblin Slayer, you slayed it.
You might remember Mike from last year. Mike has a very specific set of skills. He forged his own steel and welded his own armor that is metal.
There are no patterns for this, guys.
He
did
made
it
all his own
himself.
patterns. It took about 10 months to put it together, but far longer to plan. Everything had to be patterned and made sure that it would fit, as well as figuring out ways for it to go on. He also did a lot of his own leather tooling and working, making pouches, and I hear tell that the chainmail he has on is from a very dear friend.
So he's here in spirit.
I'll start because we all have things. On a personal level of cosplaying, any costume that has like personal in-jokes or personal nods, when you combine multiple sources, and you just have things that unless you actually look at every angle of a costume, in the pockets, in the lining, little details here and there, and to sit down and talk with these ladies, only we had 2 minutes, so there's so much to these costumes that is phenomenal, and we just absolutely enjoyed Casey Nottingham and Rachel Stanley for their Alice in Wonderland and the White Rabbits. Seriously, if you have a chance, like just ask them to turn out their pockets and explain their costumes to you. It's fascinating.
I'm a big Alice in Wonderland fan, so I was, as soon as they started showing compartments and personalized, yeah.
They have, on the underside of the lapels, they have lots of hand stitching and embroidery, including Alice's name, the White Rabbit, the clock, all the inside of the pockets and the underside of the petticoats. They all have diamonds and hearts and clubs and spades, like everything to do with the cards. They have wonderful, wonderful,
This was
amazing
over a year.
attention to details. Phenomenal. Just
3
phenomenal.
different, Alice in Wonderland, so, and they have all 3 represented.
Please do stop them and ask them to turn out their pockets and show them your hems because they're just amazing costumes. But thank you everyone who entered. Please come back next year. We want to see more of your costumes and all your hard work.
I think last year was the first year we did craftsmanship judging, and the more that people that come in and the more that you try, the better the costumes are every year. And this year, like we had some phenomenal stuff last year, we saw even more of you this year. So,
and everybody starts somewhere, guys, so keep it up.
All right. Thank you. So don't go anywhere. The second part of the show is about to happen. For people that have seen it in past years, you might know what's coming. I'm going to make them do a bunch of really, really silly stuff. And then I need the audience to help decide who was the silliest or the prettiest. I'm the prettiest, but... All right, so I have a list. And Caleb, do you want to? I will read the list. So I'm going to call everybody. You can stay seated for now if I call you, but know that if you have anything you might want to put on, get ready, put it on, okay? So, for our 16 contestants, we have Alice and the Rabbit, Raven, Diva and Soldier. Yay, Dad! The first Kylo Ren that came on stage, Bowsette, of course, SEO, we have Mr. Torque, Fortnite, Haruko, Battleship Guy, no surprise here, we have Volda. Bob, Audrey and Seymour, Alan Walker and Link, Azula, and lastly, they didn't know the name, but the Deltarune Axe Girl. All right, where did you get that?
Oh, I have ways. This is a draw from hat. Spider-Man hat.
It's a hat.
Yes. Do they know the rules?
You want to explain them one more
I
time?
will explain the rules to the audience. Audience, thank you for being here because you are very important to the next part of this participation. We need you all, when you see the people that you want to win on stage, when we point to them and say, how about this person, you're going to go, yay. And if we don't say that for the other person, if you still like them, still go yay. And then once it is done, these people will decide what they thought they heard from you, and they will hold up either player 1 or player 2. The person who wins will go on to the next round. The grand champion gets a lovely trophy. If you wouldn't mind showing that trophy, Wrestler Man, it seems to be very thematic for you.
He's so buff! It's basically
Yes,
just
like
a statue
that.
of him.
So So is everybody ready? Let's get a few test cheers here. Can I hear it for our lovely contestants who will be coming on stage? Wunderbar.
Wunderbar. All right, who wants to pick a name? Pick a name.
I swear, if he gets Kylo.
Our first contestant is Diva and Soldier Dad. Come on up.
If he's a
Second
soldier, does that
contestant.
make him a soldat? Sorry, that was a Russian joke.
Second contestant is Allison the Rabbit.
We have a team battle. Someone get the cage. Oh my
All right.
goodness, there's so much theming.
So the rules of this are very, very simple. I'm going to give you something funny to do. Think of this like a fighting game, okay? So first round is a taunt. So if you need to take a minute, think about your best taunt. I want you to taunt your opponent, and then opponent taunts back, and then we cheer, okay? This will be player one. Yeah. Like we're doing a test. This will be player two. All right, who wants to go first? You got picked.
Let's see if you can nerf this, guys.
I'm wondering who's going to win, but I'm pretty sure you guys don't have a hair of a chance.
That is the diss.
I've done as many as 6 impossible things before breakfast. What have you done? I might always be late, but at least I can beat you.
1, 2. All right, so in that case, is everybody ready? Let's hear it. Let's hear it for players 1.
No, that's the wrong side.
Oh.
This is player one, that's player two.
okay.
Caleb, you weren't paying attention.
Yeah, you go ahead, Chester, I'm sorry.
Player one. Player two. Judges. Player
We
one
have a
wins.
consensus.
Good battle. We noticed we had a bunny battle going on. It was really cute. Let's hear it for all the contestants. We'll see Allison the Rabbit next round.
No, they use papers.
Ah, they are on the ground.
Well, they shouldn't be because
This one,
keep the...
Okay. Pick a name.
I grabbed it.
You have to, Bo. It's part of it. It's somewhere. Is it sweaty in there? No. Ew. First contestant we have is Mr. Torque.
Yeah. I want to pick his toy. Gotta pick a good one.
It's about to get loud.
I hope you're ready, brother.
We have Audrey and Seymour. It's a weird fight.
They always say to eat your greens, but what happens
And
when your
it's
greens eat you?
1 and 2. One.
Player one, player two.
I have
Who
it.
wants to go first?
Oh.
Audrey.
Oh.
Gee, this is kind of new for me. I could pick those meat off those bones.
I once made a gun that explodes into 8 little guns, which then also explode. What have you done for the world lately? Now go ice that burn while I play you this sick guitar solo.
All right, I have it this time. Everyone, let's hear it for player 1. And let's have an equal number of hearings for player 2.
Fuck.
Judges? What do we have? One more. Okay, one more for player number 1. And again for player number 2. All right. What? You pull it up, whatever you have. Oh, player 2. Congratulations, player 2, you advanced to the next round.
This looks so good. We will see you next round, Mr. Torque. All right, who do we have next? Oh, I have to pick it. Caleb, would you like to pick?
Sure, I will put my hand in that mask.
Yeah, it's fine. It's gross.
It's only mildly gross. All right, player number 1, we have Deltarune Axe Girl.
Susan!
Her name is Susan. Susan, okay.
Name
All
is
right,
Susan.
And you're going to pick player 2.
Okay. If I put my hand through the eyeball. Ew. We have Azula.
Azula.
Azula, here she comes. She can take her time. She's better than us. You're right, she's not better than me. All right, Susan and Azula, give us your best taunt. Who would like to go first?
You want to go for a ride? I'll throw you. Well, I guess I'll go first. You look pretty hot over there, but you think you're a little bit too hot. You might burn a little too close to the sun, because I think if you keep burning like that, you're going to lose your wings and lose your place on top.
Ooh. Very targeted attack. Here you are.
Well, I wouldn't worry about thinking too hard. I've already taken power. And if you're lucky, I'll only banish you. Who said that? You're banished!
You know, the last guy who tried to banish me out of this world, he got put in a gay baby jail. By his own son.
Break it up. Just a taunt, not the fight. All right, let's hear it, player 1. Let's hear it, player 2. All right, judges, it's going to be hard. Player 2 wins, Azula.
Azula goes on to the next round. And we're all a little safer, I think.
Both of you are awesome. See you next round, Azula. All right. Let's see what we have. There's somebody who has not picked. Oh, I'll take it over here. Raven. Bowsette. Ooh. Welcome to the internet. Is Bowsette here? She left.
Hold on. In the interest of competition.
There she comes. Sorry, Raven.
2019, fashionably late.
We're going by ring out rules here, 10.
She's allowed to be late.
No, I'm sorry. This is WWE 50, 49, 48.
We thought we lost you, Bowsette.
46. We are fine. Watch a step.
So we're doing our best taunt. Like a fighting game. Would you like to go first?
Who would like first?
Raven.
I may have split personalities, but you're crazy if you think you're gonna win.
I mean, at least I was able to glue 500 rhinestones on my cape with these nails, and I don't see any of that on you.
I like how it's not a taunt, it's just a burn.
We
These
go
are just
hard here.
terrible. All right, let's hear it for player one. Player two. Judges, let me get out of the way.
Judges, conclusion, no, yes?
Judges, do we want to go one?
Oh!
Player one, Balzette
Player one,
wins. We will see you next round. Don't go outside again. It was a good fight.
Oh. Good sportsmanship, everyone. Very nice.
And they call her a villain. Pish.
I suppose we have more head
We have
head
more in the
names.
head. Yes, it was fan service. Somebody on the internet's really excited right
Well,
now.
Would you please just put out from the head? That's okay. 1, 2.
That's
Well,
fine.
That's a twofer.
All right.
All right, we have Alan Walker and Link, and we have Fortnite. Let's get both of them on the stage.
Come on up.
All right, everyone, just a reminder, we're doing our best taunts to the enemy. You are looking for audience appreciation. Who would like to go first? All right.
Ooh.
Let me at him, let me out.
No, Sire, we have to show him a demonstration, the only way we know how.
Another one?
Another one.
Another one.
Allah.
MAGFest, if you thought that. MAGFest, if you thought that was crazy, if you thought that was the most insane thing that could be on this damn stage. Look at this. Come on. That's it. He means, you can run now.
All right. We have some sportsmanship going on here, and let's hear it, everyone, for players one. That only hurts my heart a little. And let's hear it for players two. Judges, do you have an answer? Let's see it. All right. Oh, there it is. Thank you very much for participating.
Hear it for both the contestants.
Fortnite, you're moving on to next round.
Oh, I like how it ends in hugs.
Everyone having fun on stage with each other and then
Yeah.
also being nice is always nice.
All right, yeah. This is definitely not esports.
You have all the others.
That was not my joke. That was just, I'm not funny. Wait, right. All right. We will see Fortnite next round. All right. How many was that? Was that 4? I think I can't. 5. Thank you.
We
I
have
can't
3
count.
more. Well, there we go.
We got
Haruko. And we have the Kylo Ren who had the lightsaber and got really mad. All right, everyone, who would like to go first? Oh, it seems like Haruko has passed. Yes? No? Yes? Oh, after you.
That's really
I don't
good
need
hair.
validation from you. Excuse me. Could you hold this? Be careful, I stabbed the last person I gave this to. I see what's in your mind. And it's stupid!
There you go.
Make you feel real good.
All right, that's all very exciting. So let us hear it now for player number 1. And let's hear it for player number 2. Do we have it, judges?
How do we feel?
All right, we need it one more time. Everyone, for the one you want the most. Player number 1. And let's hear it for player number 2. You got it? I got mine. Ready? Yes. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh! Player 2! Congratulations.
Thank you for
Good
playing.
sportsmanship all around.
Oh, I love it.
All right, so this one is gone.
Gave fist bumps and everything. It's magical. All right. Did we pull names out of the gross thing yet?
We
Bo,
need 2
put your
more.
hand back in there. Too bad.
Reach into the brand.
What do we have? Battleship guy. Yes, I want another.
Another one.
Yes, you must. Bob.
Ooh.
Got Bob in the battleship.
It's like a battle of like chest hair. Show all of mine. All right, so again, it is the best taunt who would like to go first. Battleship guy.
Oh, what is this? Your costume is all sploosh, while mine is all kaboom!
Maybe not the mic drop. We should probably tell them not to do that.
I am the heavyweight who will not hesitate to make you levitate, which is a shame because I cannot remember your name.
You can hold on to that for the rest of this round.
Wow. All right, audience. Let's hear it for player 1. And player 2. Judges. You ready?
All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, shot.
Well, that's fun. I guess we have to do it again. One more time, player 1. Player 2. All right, judges. Player 2 wins. That was awesome. We will see you next round, Battleship guy.
All right, now we are down to the last 2 contestants, I believe, so I'm just going to pour them out of the hat.
They're so hard to pick. Let's have, it's gross in that mask.
There we go.
Let's have, that's a weird fight. Let's have Ezio.
Ezio.
We don't see him.
There they are.
Yeah.
And the last contestant is Voldo.
Voldo. Good luck with that.
A perennial contender, this Voldo has been a veteran of 5. Oh, I'm trying to talk them up. Like 5 years of the cosplay fight. He comes in aggressive. I'm just going to stand here. If I don't move, he can't see me. Who would like to go first?
Sitting on the wrong side of the stage.
Voldo. All right, that is number 1.
Oh yeah, well, yeah, those purple pants look really good on you. Damn it! Can I go again?
One more try, one more try.
Ah, damn it! Feels like I'm wearing nothing at all. Nothing at all.
Stupid, sexy Voldo.
Nothing at all.
All right, everybody. I hope you're ready. Let's hear it for player number 1. But let us also hear it for player number 2. One more. All right, let's hear it again for player 1. And one more time for player 2. It looks like player 1 has had it.
Ezio wins!
Congratulations!
Thank you, Valdo. You creep me out, but I love you. Aww.
All right, break it up.
That is not a very stable floor. I would not do that.
No. Battle of the butts. All right, so that's round 1. Everybody having a good time? All right. So in round 2, it's the same sort of thing. We put the names in the bag, we pull them out, but we make them do different funny things this time. Caleb, I was thinking maybe like a finishing move?
Finishing moves sounds good. That's what I'm good at. Let me get my guano. Hold on. No? Okay.
No. All right. So let's pull some names out of some sweaty face masks. That one's even
That one is
grosser.
open.
What do we have?
Ezio and the Battleship Guy.
Ezio and Battleship
So
Guy.
I'm Battleship Guy coming right
Sorry
back
you
up
just
round
sat
2.
down, Ezio. Get back up here. So like I said, you want to think about your best finishing move.
I know things about finishing moves, so.
Like you got all kinds of fun stuff in there. All right, who would like to go first? Looks like Battleship Guy up.
I feel like this is where we are.
Oh no!
Oh.
I think you sunk her battleship.
4, 5.
I love this game. Let's hear it for player 1. Player 2.
Judges.
Player 1 advances.
Congratulations. I'm
Battleship
going
Guy.
to get on the ground and help with this now.
Do you need help like picking it up? What? Can you guys pick the next name while I help Battleship Guy? It's fine. I can't pick up little pieces. I'm sorry. Your gloves.
Steven.
Mr. Tora.
Mr. Torque.
And Azula.
Azula.
Oh, we got an explosion fight. Yeah. Mr. Torque's got lots of finishing moves.
A few of them went under the stage.
Yeah, that's fine. You sunk all my battleships.
All right, you guys ready? Doing best the finishing move. Who would like to go first?
Oh, now you see, I prefer to let other people do my finishing moves for me. So I'm gonna sing this bitch a love song. Enjoy my surprisingly sonorous baritone. L is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one I see. V is very, very extraordinary. E is for explosions!
I tricked me. If you need it.
I challenge you to an Agni Kai.
She kicks high. I can get to like that high.
Careful, Chester, we're very high up. That was all very impressive. Let's hear it for player 1. And for some fancy footwork, player 2. Do we have it? Player 2 has it. Congratulations. Good job, both of you. Wonderful fight. We had singing, we had dancing.
We've had it all. He tore off his mustache. That had to hurt. I do it every night. Just sometimes twice on weekends.
Next up, we have Bowsette.
Bowsette.
And we have Alice and the rabbit back.
We're almost done.
Papers, please. Ausweisen bitte. Ausweisen.
Welcome back. Who would like to go first? Your best finishing move.
Please.
To go first?
Looks like you've ran out of time.
It's a good tag.
I don't even need it. I don't even need it.
She's going Michaelis.
Yo.
All right, everyone. Let's hear it for player 1. And now let's also hear it for players 2. One more time. One more time. Player 1. And player 2. Judges. Well,
Player 2.
There it is. Congratulations, Alice and Rabbit.
We will see you next round. Thank you so much, Bowsette. You're so pretty.
Are we good on?
All right. We still have names?
Last 2.
Last 2.
We will be needing Haruko and the Fortnite Men. Thank you, sir.
The original
It's fine. We can get more judges.
You can't just do that.
Everything okay?
I don't need no wand.
Yo.
It's going wandless.
No wand.
I don't need no wand to slow these players.
All right, who would like to go first?
I was going to say, I think he's already going.
There is the microphone.
Simon, the microphone.
Thank
Do
you,
the spell.
Squire.
Do the spell. Do the spell.
With a wave of my wand and a flick of my wrist, abracadam! Yeet! And now, Squire, for the finisher. What have you got to say about that, anime girl?
That power is mine! Right on shooting!
Chester, do the thing.
Let's hear it for player 1. Let's hear it for player 2. Judges. Are we ready? 2, 3. Player 1. Thank you, Haruko.
Jesus.
It's like a... Just milady then. All right, so we have 4 more names. Caleb, I'm not even gonna put them in the hat. I'm just gonna make you pick.
Shuffle, shuffle. All right. All right, everyone. This is semifinal. And this time it is going to be a victory dance. I hope you are all ready. Let's both choose. Oh, well, we have the Fortnite boys back up for round 3. Yes, we do. Let's see it.
The audience
and they are
wants you.
going up against Allison Rabbit. The tag team match you've all been waiting for.
Best pay-per-view I didn't pay for.
Oh, you're doing a dance. Victory dance. Who would like to go first? Do I need to ask? Oh, I see.
Wow, she's taking her shoes off. It's going to get real.
Do you need this or a dance? You're good? You're good? Okay, wonderful.
Good luck, Fortnite.
Absolutely.
In heels.
All right, let's see it, Fortnite.
No gun, no wand.
No hat? No memes. Oh!
Wow. Wow.
Can everybody breathe because I need you to cheer here. Let's hear it for player number 1. And let's hear it for player 2.
Wow.
1, 2, 3.
I think they really like you guys. All right, Allison Rabbit, we'll see you in the final round. And last but not least, we have Azula and Ezio.
Ezio, Azula, please report to stage.
So remember, we want to do a best dance.
If you want to do a big wrestling, you absolutely can. He would like to big wrestler announce the final round.
Oh, yeah. All right, Azula, Ezio, it is your best victory dance. Who would like to go?
This is the ancient dance of the dancing dragons, the last dragons.
I too like to go to the YMCA.
Can I forfeit? Nothing. That was a joke. Never mind. I'm bad at jokes.
Just dance, girl. Right, don't floss. Shut up, Fortnite, guys. Love a little disco fever. All right, audience. That's on camera too, like everyone knows you did that now. All right, audience, player one. Player two. Judges. One more, player one. Player two. They want one more. Okay, everyone has to cheer. I don't want to see it. One person silent. I don't know how I'd see that, but it's fine. All right, player one. Player two. All right, judges.
All right, everyone.
Ezio.
She forfeits? No new dance.
You don't have to dance again. No.
No. You've already done. Everyone, I need you to cheer. I need you to pull down deep into your stomach and cheer the hardest that you've ever cheered for the person you want to win this that you ever have. All right? You understand? Good. Player one. All right. Good. Player two.
Let's do it, judges.
Let's hear it. 1, 2, 3.
Hey, player one. Excellent fight. You both danced so wonderful.
Thank you. You all did a wonderful job.
All
Please
right.
don't burn us all alive. Thank you.
Just stay here, Ezio. So for this little portion, I'm going to go down into the audience.
This is the finals.
Yeah, this is the finals.
Welcome to the
And
big boys.
I need your help, and I'll reward you for helping, because I have year-old lollipops.
She has
year-old
lollipops that have been
everyone
in her
likes
bag as
those.
long as I've known her. I would not eat them.
So, what I need to know is, what do you want to see in the final round? What do you want to make them do?
Oh, no. I'm gonna make them dad 15 times.
Dab 15 times? Okay. Fortnite did that like 400 or something.
That's enough out of you.
Wrestling promotion?
A rap battle.
Rap battle? We'll hear one more.
A rap battle.
Here, would you like the lollipop? I forgot to give them out. I was hoarding them. I think...
Folks, we don't have songs prepared.
I want to see them do impressions of each other.
So rap battle or impressions of each other? So let's hear it for rap battle. Let's hear it for impressions of each other. Caleb?
You're going to have to mime at the other person and pretend to be them.
You have to give your...
You're her, she's you, and you're being like this. This is what you're like.
Give your best impression or worst impression of the other.
And now I will turn over the announcement of the final round.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for your final round? In the player one corner, hailing from the Animus Reanimation Project, Ezio Auditore. And in the player two corner, tag teaming it together with the White Rabbit from Parts Wonderland Unknown, Alice and the Rabbits. In a You're Not Me and I'm You impersonation match.
All right, I'll roll initiative. She got the 6. Roll initiative. Hires go first. A natural 1. I'm so sorry.
Give me a second.
Take your time. Breathe. Just put the...
You don't joke about it, girl. That's all I'm saying. Now, excuse this.
Well, I suppose I'm the flopsy little rabbit that no one actually cares about. I mean, come on! The Mad Hatter was the star. He's Johnny freaking Depp. Who voiced the rabbit? I don't remember. No one does. Alice chasing that rabbit all day long, when really, you were never the star to begin with.
De-eared herself.
I'm getting gout symptoms.
I really hope this is funny.
Why, I'm so cunning, I run around and stand on the top of rooftops. And then I jump into a big old pile of hay, because it's oh so much fun. And oh, by the way, I love running around and stabbing people, because that's a great pastime of mine. What a look.
I just hope you get another game.
All right, I think that we have all said some things that we... but I hope you are all ready, because this is a grand finale, so I want this room to shake with the amount that you all yell. Let us hear it for Ezio, our player one! And now let's hear it for Alexander Rabbit, player two! Ezio, congratulations, you are our grand champion! Alison Rabbit, thank you so much for your wonderful time with us.
What happened to my mic? No. All right. Let's have one more huge round of applause for all of the contestants. Everyone came up on stage.
Everyone here, Chester, judges, everyone.
The judges, tech crew, audience.
All of you contestants.
Thank you guys.
Here,
It's been such an amazing show. I hope I see you again next year.
Thank you all so much for staying. Have a wonderful rest of your MAGFest.
Goodbye.